Hey, this is Matt, and this is Let's Drink with Matt.
What's the difference between me and you?
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? This is Matt with another edition of Let's Drink. And tonight I'm going to be doing a beer that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and I've seen a lot of people do the review of this beer, and I just thought it was my time to put my 2 cents in, and I'm going to do the Young's Double Chocolate Stout. Now, I've been interested in this beer for a very, very long time, and I've honestly had this on draft before, but I've always had it layered and mixed with other types of alcohol. Like, I've had this layered before with a raspberry lambic, and it was like a chocolate strawberry. It was delicious. They've done that for me like in my local pub, since they have chocolate stout on tap, plus they have lambic on stout, or on tap. So really good stuff, excellent. Now I'm just going to try it by itself. So with no further ado, let's see. They have a little literature here on the top, and let's see what it says here. Here at Young's, we've created a family of flavorsome ales with different styles and tastes, united by a common belief that good ale, brewed properly and with passion, can be enjoyed by all. Now, I was just doing some information searching on Wikipedia, and Young's is an actual brewery in England. They brew a lot of different types of beers, so this is a well-known brewery in England, and their logo is basically the ram. Now, there isn't really much any steam coming off this, but since this is a bigger beer, I'm going to be drinking out of the Foster's glass that I haven't drunk out of in a really long time. So let's get pouring, shall we? And once again, I will be putting my reviewing thing into action tonight. Now we're going to do this, and then I'm going to get a nice head on this. There you go. Really creeps up on you there. It didn't look like it was going to get a head on there, but it really did get an actual pretty nice one on there. It's a little dark in here. Sorry about that. I forgot to put my movie lights on, I guess you can say. So this is you cannot see it through this beer at all. It is like looking at tar, basically, or I guess I could say, lack of a better term, a dark chocolate. It's just like looking through a vat of dark chocolate. Head is slightly brown, kind of like the carbonation you might get like on a Coca-Cola or something like that. It's got the same exact thing. Nice and creamy head at the top, but it's also very kind of soapy at the same time. It's very it's carbonated. So without further ado, let's now smelling this initially, I don't really get a lot of chocolate smell to this. A slight chocolate smell, but it's not overpowering. It's very light. So let's go. You get that. If you like chocolate, you'll like this beer. Basically, got the bitterness of the cocoa, of the mocha, like the bitterness of like a dark chocolate. But you get, it's a nice wave of it's like drinking a chocolate bar. Now, what I find interesting about this is that they call this an ale. It's an ale with natural chocolate flavor added. Yet they call it a chocolate stout. I guess probably a stout because it's a very, very thick and dark beer. But I assume that ale and stouts are basically kind of in the same family, very, very similar. Now, doing more research on this, I mean, they would call this a session beer. Never really knew what a session beer was before until I started doing the research on it. Basically, just a beer that you can drink, and it's lower in alcohol volume. And if you're going out like on a session after work or something like that, or during a break, you can have a few of these and you won't get too locked up. Nice hints of the mocha in it, very malty. And just chocolate. I mean, it's got a really good chocolate back on the aftertaste. I mean, it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's like I said, it's dark chocolate, so it's got the bitterness of a dark chocolate, and the head kind of sticks around for a little bit. No, it doesn't really go away, and it kind of gives you a nice thing around the cup where it just kind of
like
sticks
chocolate
there.
flavored
Guinness, but definitely not as bitter. I definitely suggest you check out the Wikipedia page, or even just the Young's Brewery page, since it is a UK brewery. It does have like the UK at the end of the web address. It has some really good information. It tells about all the Young's bars they have over in United Kingdom, and it's actually pretty interesting. Good thing I ate dinner already, because this is like my dessert after dinner. Whew. Now, as far as Young's go, I have Young's beer. I haven't found another beer in the store that is by Young, so I'm gonna have to look out for that a little bit. Maybe. I was expecting this to be a lot more chocolatey, and from what I've heard, it's chocolatey, like more so than the actual beer is tasting. But it's very subtle. Like, it's not, for considering it's called Double Chocolate Stout. I'm not getting. I don't know if I'm getting the double or anything like that. So. Sorry. Let's try and kind of finish this beer up here. I think with this, it also has kind of a slight fruity taste to it besides the chocolate. Like dark fruits, like maybe like a plum or like a raisin or something. That's it. Empty as empty can be. Man. At the same time, it's a really good beer, but it's not exactly what I was expecting. I thought something would be a little sweeter. Maybe that's because the alcohol volume isn't that high. This is only 5.2%. Maybe if it was a little higher in the alcohol volume, it would have more of the alcohol taste mixed with the chocolate, giving it a sweeter taste than that. But other than that, I mean, good beer. Good kind of like beer you can have all the time. It's heavy. Heavy beer. But at the same time, it's a very delicious, very decadent beer. Well, let's get with the review. I'm just going to kind of do a overall review, and I have to say this is a big thumbs up right here. Love the beer. The label isn't anything to write home about. It's just like a very plain beer, but I'm not going to dock it because of the label. It was a nice head on it. It's a dark beer, so you're not going to really get any carbonation. But I mean, the fact that it got a nice head on it means it was a nice fresh beer. The head stayed on there for quite a while. The smell was slightly chocolatey. You didn't get an overbearing sense of chocolate in it, which is fine. The initial taste is like, oh, you're drinking a nice dark chocolate milkshake or something like that. I would almost like this to freeze this beer, put it in the refrigerator with sticks, and then pull it out later and have a double chocolate stout popsicle or something like that. Which, hey, that might be an idea for a future let's drink of some sort. So we'll cross that when we get it. But overall, everything was excellent. Nice mouthfeel. A little carbonated, so it was a little rough, but still a nice taste in your mouth. Finish was good from beginning to end. You got the chocolate taste. It didn't get boring. It didn't get old. It's a big beer, so you get a little bloated by the end because it's such a huge beer. But overall, like I said, thumbs up for this beer. Great beer. I highly recommend it. You can drink it anytime. If you're a fan of Guinness or you don't like Guinness but you kind of like it, this is the next best thing because it's like a chocolate Guinness, and you will like it. So once again, this is Young's Double Chocolate Stout by Young's Brewery, and check out the website. I believe it's youngs.uk, something along those lines. So check it out. And this is Matt, and hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.